Hi there, my friends. This is Laurie of More Art from the Heart, here with a project that I'd like to share with you. This is a mixed media project that I've been working on. And let me show you what I started with. I have another one of these paper mache M's. These are really big. This is actually 12 inches tall and almost 2 inches thick. I really wanted something about this size to be able to do this project with, and was able to finally find one of those and get started on this project. It is large, and I've got the camera up at the full length of the stand, so hopefully I can keep you in frame here as I talk to you about what I've done. I really have been admiring and really fascinated with a lot of the mixed media that you see out there, that has a lot of the objects placed on and then the sprays put on. They almost look a little intimidating to me, so I hadn't quite decided how to approach doing one of them. I looked at some of the canvases that are out there, and Dabrowska of Finnavar does phenomenal work in this type of mixed media, and it is just beautiful. I really want to try one of these times creating a canvas or a layout the way that she does. And Miranda, Miss Liberty 25, she does some really great mixed media projects in this same type of putting objects down and putting the gesso all over them, and then the sprays. She puts great twists on her projects. I really love that. And then I came across a video from Bonnie of SassyScrappers, and she decided that she wanted to try the mixed media same type of thing, and she did a letter, and I thought, wow, okay, that's great. That's a small enough type canvasy type piece that I could probably do that. I could probably go ahead and try first to start on a letter, and all the letters I picked up were kind of small, and I thought, well, you know, can't get very many objects on one of the small ones, but you know, maybe it won't be as intimidating to do something that size. And the more I played around with them, I found no, I really needed something larger because of the objects and the things that I wanted to put on it. I needed the bigger letter. I also wanted to be able to kind of, this does stand. Said I'm not going to be able to, up there you can see it standing. I won't be able to film it standing here, so I'm going to go ahead and lay it back down. I want to be able to kind of use it as a signboard too, also in my room. So I collect a lot of L's and do up things with L's, but I've never actually done one with my actual last name of Moore. And so that's what I wanted to try with this project. So I started by first covering the entire thing in gesso, and then started my sprays, and I kind of wanted a pink to kind of fade out to a white pearl on both the front and the back. And I'm not quite as good at the spraying as some of the other ones that I see online yet. I will keep playing around until I figure out how to exactly get that going. As you can see, there's some different looks in here. What I would do is I'd spray it, and then I'd look at it and I'd think, too dark. I'm not crazy about that. There was no depth to any of the objects the way it was. And so I went back over with the gesso, but when I go back over with the gesso, I couldn't quite get in all the deep crevices and recesses of the objects on there. And then I'd spray again. And I actually started liking the way that looked. I liked that you could see the different objects just a little bit clearer and have like almost a background color to them. And then the white back over them, and then I'd spray again. I'm not sure if that's how everybody else is doing it or not, but I was liking the way it was coming out on mine. There's some little seed beads coming down around here. I have them kind of going up and over and through the back, and then they come back around down through here. I don't know if you can see that very well. They were just fun. I also did not want a lot of objects over on this side over here because of me wanting to put the letters on here. So let's see if I can get, you can see I actually used my gesso and a mask, but I wanted texture there, so I put actually some texture in behind there with the gesso and on the side. Got the little brick mask and some of the other ones there. This is a beaded, not a beaded, braided trim. I actually sell this in my Art Fire store. Started off being brown because I was going to do this whole project in brown tones, and as I went along, ended up that I decided I thought it would look better in kind of pinks. But so this was just covered with gesso, the brown braid right there. I liked having, see if I can get that up there so you can see. I liked having the lace coming down the side, but I wanted the lace not to drape. I wanted it to kind of stand out from it, so when it stood up you could see it. So I took a piece of pleated right here and glued it straight down to this side and let that dry, and it's a real stiff pleated lace, so it's holding up the other laces really well. And then you see here I put a thing of pearls to kind of set it off. And I'm not very good at the dangly things yet. I'm still working on how to do that. This one is actually off a little chain, and it's just about like that. Just added the little charm below. And right here, if you can see, it's a little charm that I had here that works like a necklace locket where you take and you pull the little lever and it opens up. And if you can see, let's see if I can get it just at the right angle. I actually used an awl and went through and made a hole and then threaded that through so that it would hang underneath here. And then the chain hangs down really nicely when it's standing up. You have to go over to my blog and Facebook and be able to see the pictures of it standing up. It's hard to videotape at that angle for me, so. But so anyway, as I went along, you see a light bulb in here. I used a little piece of tape and just taped over the top of this before I put the gesso on. I wanted to be able to see through it. I kind of like the being able to see the filament in there. So I left that and then peeled it off afterwards. I also like the idea of not all my objects being covered in gesso and paint. So these were actually put on afterwards, a little tiny bit of gesso put on them for just a softness. But I found a couple little metal pieces. Let's see if I can get this one in frame. It's a little locket hanging here, and I poked a hole through this flower to get that on there. And then I have a little key right down here. Same thing. Poked a hole in the flower and put it through there. I just like that it had a little bit of the silver showing here and there because of the silver wings and the silver around the letters. And one other little thing here. This is a little crown that I got in the jewelry section. And I just thought that would be cute up here on the corner, but it stood up too tall. So I took an X-Acto knife and I made a slit right into, this is just kind of a cardboard chipboard, and slid the crown right down in there and glued it down. And then just on the top of it, there's a little bead up in the top of it. I thought that made it kind of interesting. I did use on the inside, which was pretty tricky to paint, I found out, and to use the gesso and sprays on, but this is that wooden honeycomb that you can get just to add a little bit more texture to that side. And then over here, to kind of simulate the same black on this side, I did the black embroidery piece of lace on the inside of that. But other than stamping the back of it, I now think it's complete. I do like the way it turned out. And I may just actually attempt to do a canvas, but I need to kind of talk with a few ladies again to find out how they were putting their sprays on, because mine, I was having a little bit of difficult with it, even though I liked the effect that it came out. I don't know if that's what I want the look on a canvas. So anyway, I want to thank you again. I always appreciate the fact that you come over and share your time with me. Thank you very much. You guys all have a great day. Bye.